You already know that we're in a seller's market. It has been hot topic all year long. In this video, I'm giving you a real estate market update for November 2021, and I'm also doing a deep dive into what's causing this extreme seller's market. Stay tuned. My name is Brandy Aguirre, and I'm a real estate advisor in Gilbert, Arizona. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Make sure to subscribe because each week I post new videos about the real estate market in Arizona, tips for buying and selling homes, and local Arizona highlights. In this video, I'll be sharing updates for the Gilbert area, but if you're curious about other cities within Maricopa County, reach out or leave a comment below, and I'm happy to give you an update for those cities as well. There were 450 homes sold in Gilbert in November. That's down just 3% from November 2020. The median sales price in Gilbert was $535,000 in November. That's up over 29% over same time last year. And based on the data and the trends from this past year, it looks like prices will continue to rise, at least for the next 3 months, but likely through 2022. The most expensive home sold in Gilbert in November was over $2.3 million. This home has 3 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 5,000 square feet of living space, a 4-car garage, a casita, and it sits on about ½ acre of land. In April of this year, the average time a home sat on the market before it sold in Gilbert was just 16 days. It's been rising ever since then. And in November, the average time it took for a home to sell was 28 days. That's 3 more days than it took for a home to sell in October. At this point, it's really hard to tell if the average time on market is due to seasonal patterns where homes typically take a little longer to sell over the holiday season, or if it's just the seller's market. Right now, the inventory is still really low and the demand is still really high, so all the data that I'm seeing is pointing towards a continued seller's market. In a balanced market or a neutral market, we would like to see between 3 and 6 months worth of inventory. In November, we had just 28 days of inventory. That's 2 less days than we had in October. And with less than 1 month worth of inventory, we're still quite a ways away from seeing a balanced market. Most of the data I'm sharing is pulled directly from the Arizona Multiple Listing Service and the Cromford Report. Any other sources I'm using will be included in the video description below. The Cromford Market Index, or CMI, tracks the supply and demand statistics within Maricopa County. And with this information, they're able to project where the market may be headed. Keep in mind that this is a projection based on current and trending data. This is not a prediction in any way. When the supply levels match the demand levels, this is called a balanced market. And in a balanced market, the CMI would usually fall between 90 and 110. In a seller's market, the CMI would be above 110, and in a buyer's market, the CMI would be below 90. You can see on this chart how the balanced markets of 2015 to 2018 look compared to the past few years. 2019, shown in green, really kicked us into a seller's market. You can see 2020 shown in brown and 2021 in navy blue. This year, the CMI peaked around February and has been heading backwards ever since then. At the end of November, the CMI in Gilbert was 340.3. While this is much lower than earlier this year, we're still very much in the seller's market category and have been in somewhat of a plateau since about July. And you've probably heard that you can typically expect appreciation in the range of about 3 to 4% a year. In November, the average home in Gilbert was expected to appreciate by a whopping 28%. This is monumental compared to the hefty increases over the past few years. As I said earlier, we know we're in a seller's market. It's all over the news. But the question is, what is driving the demand? AZ Big Media published an article earlier this year where Jessica Morin said, Phoenix has maintained its ranking as the top metropolitan area in the nation for net migration for a 3rd consecutive year, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. While the population growth rate in the United States is declining, the population in Arizona is growing. You can see here that the states shown in green, such as Arizona, Nevada, and Texas, have increased population, while populations in states shown in red, such as California, Illinois, and New York, have decreased. This table shows the top 5 states people are leaving and migrating to Arizona. It's not surprising that California is the biggest group, but we also have a decent migration from Washington State, Texas, Colorado, and Illinois. With all this migration to Arizona and an increase in population, this means we need more housing. But just before the Great Recession, housing unit growth halted and started to decline. You can see here that for the past 10 years, population growth in Maricopa County has outpaced housing unit growth. There has been an increase in applications for permits to build new homes, but there's still a supply shortage in building materials. This has led to increased building times for new construction homes. In the past, some homes were able to be built in as little as 6 to 8 months, but now some homes are taking as long as 12 to 24 months to be completed. Many materials that would be needed to build homes have been in short supply this year. You can see here that over 70% of builders who buy these products reported shortages in windows and doors, plumbing fixtures, steel, and copper wiring. And over 90% reported shortages in plywood and framing lumber. Additionally, builders also reported serious shortages in appliances. Some other things that could be adding to the increased demand we're seeing today include low interest rates, increased FHA borrowing limits, and the activity from big investors in the real estate market. I spent this past weekend showing homes, and more than half of them were listed by an iBuyer. And 100% of the showings I have scheduled later this week are listed by iBuyers. And of all the homes I've shown this week or have scheduled, only one has an offer already on the table. This seems really strange compared to the crazy, frenzied market I've seen in the past few months. But this luck that my clients are seeing right now might just be due to the typical holiday lull and not an indication that the market is changing for good. So what does this mean to you if you're looking to buy or sell a home in the near future? If you're looking to buy a home, this might be your time to shine. With fewer people looking to make big transactions over the holiday season, your competition might be taking a break. Typically, you start to find inventory increasing in February through April, but your competition also increases at that time. So, if you're looking to buy a home, now might be a good time to enter the market. Because there's less competition over the holidays, you might be able to get your offer accepted without experiencing a bidding war. Or if you're looking to sell a home, it is still a great time to do so. With appreciation up 28% over last year, it's a great time to cash out and get an excellent return. Inventory is still very low, so if you list your home right now, you'll have even more buyers looking at your home. Keep in mind that if you list your home over the holiday season, it may take a little bit longer to sell, but we're still in a seller's market, so I'm talking just days longer, not months longer. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and if you haven't done so already, check out this video where I take you on a tour of a luxury basement home with a private movie theater. Thank you so much for watching. Crap. What? Come on. Freaking A. Do it. Get it over with. Oh my God. All right. Yes. Ready? Make sure. All right. Well, it's as good as it gets, girl.